Hi guys, it's Baden here. I've been playing OCG for like the past year and a half, if you aren't aware. And this is the deck that I went 5-0 at locals with today. It's my live twin FIENDSMITH deck, and I think this is going to be like a cool contender in the TCG moving forward. But yeah, let's just get into it. So let me show you the deck. So for starters, you have 3 of the pink one, 2 of the blue one, and then 1 snowman, and then 1 vampire made. So essentially, these 6 are all 1-card starters, and this one is a brick. Essentially, what they do, if you want to wear these two on normal or special, and if you control no other monsters, they can special summon the respective other one out from the deck. So that's really cool. And then this one, if you control this one, it can special out from hand. And then this one, if you control this one, it can special out from grave. But it doesn't need to be specifically this one, it just needs to be a key skill monster. And this one, vice versa, needs to control a Lila monster. And essentially, because of the Link 1 being a light fiend, it means if you normal this and they impermanent, if you link it off, you can still do combo, because you can just send this revive itself, and then link 1 FIENDSMITH combo, so that's really cool. And then more consistency, you have 3 of each of these. I personally don't like this card, but you have to play it because you need maximum consistency, so yeah. That is the entire Live Twin package. It's only 13 cards, sorry, I had a brain fart. 13 cards. Yeah, that's all you really need. And we have 6 more engine cards. 1 FIENDSMITH, 1 Lacrima, 1 Lori, 1 Tractus. This engine is really good. Any single one of these is 5 interruptions by itself plus a discard. So that's really, really good. And then, sorry, those are my parents. But moving forward, we have 1 of each of these. These are the Unchained. These are amazing. Being able to protect your sequence is really, really crucial in this deck. It comes up a lot. Yeah, it's really good. And then you side this out, usually going second, but having it going first is really important, because if they hit you like with like a board break you can't respond to, like Dark Ruler, you just chain this to bring back your guy, and then you can Desiree negate it. It's really cool. And then that's 19 engine, and that's all you really need. And then this stack right here, this is 21 non-engine, and this is how the deck really wins, because them board is good, but they can never really beat your hand traps, which is why you win with this deck a lot. So you have 3 Ash Blossom, that should be pretty standard. It also stops Max C. So yeah, 3 Droll, stops Max C as well. You don't really search all that much, so it's fine. 3 Veiler. Yeah, this card's broken. It's one of the best ones to draw, because you don't have a lot of negates with this deck, so this lets you get more negates on field. 2 Max C, not explaining that. 2 Ghost Ogres, which is really good against the new Yummy deck. I faced that like once today. Yeah, I was able to win because of this gun, because they're just basically sprites. And then 2 Ghost Bells. Yeah, this card's also really good versus the Yummy deck. It's also really good versus the Bystials, and versus Call of the Graves, it's really good. Only 1 Nibiru, because it kind of conflicts with the Live Twins a little bit, so I feel like you only need 1. And then 2 Talents, 2 Call By, and Cross Out. These are the defensive spells I chose to play. I felt like just drawing 1 of them was so good, and if like you see any one of these 5, you should be fine versus multiple hand traps. The one thing you will notice is there's no imperm in the deck, and there's no mole charmies either. The reason I built it this way is because I want every single hand trap to be live as soon as I draw it. So that's why I play these 16. These 16 are always live as soon as you draw them. So that's why we play this ratio, and that's why I play these. So that's the main deck. Perfect 40. Yep, I love to see it. Extra deck, 1 copy of this one. Live Twin Skill Deal. This card's broken. It's a Link 1 Light Fiend that requires just 1 Kiss Kill monster. So obviously it just makes all the Kiss Kills super broken. Essentially what it does is, for cost, you can send a Lila from your deck to grave. So you send this one. And then if for the rest of the turn, if your opponent responds to any of your Kiss Kill or your Lila monsters, you draw a card. So it like makes them so they basically can't interact with your dudes. And then this one says, while you control this one, or one with the same name, you can special summon it. So it like generates a lot of bodies really, really quickly. And then it's Light Fiend, so you just go straight Requiem. And then that's pretty standard for the FIENDSMITH combo. 1 Lila and 1 Skill for the Evil Twins, just 1 of each is good. I never found myself needing more. This one's a Light Fiend though, which is really cool. As well, Sequence, which would be pretty standard for most of your combos. Yama, comes up in a lot of the combos, actually. It's a really, really good way to protect your sequence because you can always search the Shavara, as well as make the Rage. Rage is really broken interruption, just like being able to link out with all your opponent's stuff. So good. One more cracker. It comes up in a lot of the grindier games and also for like certain combos. SP, which you don't actually make a lot because this card Fiends locks you pretty early. So this is really just to make off of this. Yep. And then Blink Force, one of each of these. This card's broken. It summons back these two, so it's free draw pop. This one is really, really good with the deck because it draws cards and it also summons. And it removes itself from field, so it lets you summon the Lila and then Lila get out the Snowman during your combo, which is really good. And then the Griffin is like a broken party end board. Like if you end on this, you usually win. And then one of each of these. These cards are broken. Yeah. This card is honestly what won me the finals because the burn effect was like so good. It's how I killed him. Yeah, it's like also really, really important in this deck, and it's one of the main things that TCG is going to have to adapt to because this reviving this is really important for a lot of the combos because this is a light fiend. And then the last extra deck card is just Caesar. That should be pretty standard. It's just Caesar. And then side deck, you can play really whatever you want, but I played 3 Fuelos and 3 Lancia, which is pretty standard. Faced Orcus and Mouse as well, so having just this card like was an FTK, and then never saw this card, but like it's always like a good card for your side deck. And then 3 Forbidden Droplet. It's just like the best board breaker spell in the game. I might consider taking it out because against the Yummy deck, it's really, really bad because they just have Herald on the field, so it doesn't matter. 1 Feather Duster, double Cosmic Cyclone. This was some of my back removal because a lot of the decks are like putting up a lot of back row in the format. So having these going second is really good. And then my going first tech card was 3 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. So this looks really weird, and I understand it is really weird. This deck's most difficult matchup I found was like Blue Eyes. Like the constant Drill Beam is just so annoying. So I found that this is probably the best way to counter Blue Eyes. So these 5 all going first against that deck. And obviously these deal with the same thing, but the difference is when you True Light and you chain MST, they basically lose because they lose their whole field. And you want to keep your hand advantage as high as possible, which is why I did not play Twin Twister instead of this. It is technically a 1-for-1 trade, but because True Light blows up the whole field, it's higher than that. And I thought that's why it was worth it, and it like won me the final. This is one of the cards that won me the finals. It won me game 1. Sorry, game 2. But yeah, that was really good. So thank you so much for watching. The deck profile.